Here are the 5 bolts that go through the crankcase. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me, my math isn't real good with this public education. There's 4 of them right here. And what I've done with these is, since these went through the case, they have JB Weld. This is JB Weld Quick, which is the dark, and you can see the difference between the dark and the light right there. The only reason the JB Weld is on there is so that no air can come in from behind and try and find its way out. So I'm going to have to find a way to get these bolts out, and I have 4 here, and then there's 5, and then there's 6. These top ones won't be a problem. Usually what I use to take the crankcase apart, this would be the method I would use. I take out all the bolts, all 6 of them. Then what I do is I get a flywheel puller, and I put the flywheel puller, no, I'm sorry, I haven't done this in a while, so it's hard for me to remember. It's a steering wheel puller that you can buy for $15 down at anywhere. I put the steering wheel apparatus over this right here, and then I have a center punch that goes right on the crank right here, and as I push down or pull up, one or the other, this part lifts off, and once I get it off about a ½ an inch, about 16 kilometers if you're British or Canadian or Tennessee or something, then it will come apart. Once it comes apart, I'm going to be able to look at everything and see if it's okay. Now, one thing I noticed right here is that if you look at this seal, you can see that it's wet on the inside. That means it's leaking. Can't leak at all. Can't start it's leaking because the crankshaft may be a little bit out of phase, maybe. I'm not sure. But I won't feel comfortable rebuilding this engine unless I take it all the way down to the nuts. And that means all the way down. And it's not going to be a bitch. It's going to be a royal bitch. That means it's going to be extremely, extremely hard to get this apart. But I'll have to do it because look at the parts I'm putting back on it. And when I take these apart, I know everything inside is in good shape. But I'll have to take it apart, and then I'll have to reseal everything, re-clean it, reseal it. I just checked BikeBandit.com. They do offer this for sale, still for sale. This is $190 this side for a bare block, nothing on it. And this side is $110, so it's $300 altogether. But you can still get it, which is, they stopped making them in the year 2000. Now, somebody also asked me what kind of 2-stroke oil that I use. This is what I use. I use Silcoline Premix Off-Road Comp 2. I don't know if that's full synthetic or not. One thing, if you build a bike like this, never use synthetic for the first 500 miles. Use regular, natural, cheap-ass, ordinary 2-stroke oil so that the piston has a chance to work its way in. Now I have to go and look through all my stuff and see if I can find that puller, because I can't remember when I built this engine last. And usually what I used to like to do was, these engines came with a 44mm crankshaft, which is really small compared to this 52.5. I just take the bolts out and take a hammer and beat on one of these sides, or I think I would beat on this side and pop this side off. But with that crank, I'm not going to use it, the 44 millimeter. Now I'm going to use this one, and so it should be, well, you're going to get more of a lesson than you thought. Anyway, I hope you like it. It's going to be a long series. Rock on.